Hey guys, Amanda here, and in this video, I am going to be reviewing, recapping, and reacting to Bachelor in Paradise Season 7, Episode 2. So I can't wait to watch it. Last week was great. We have 2 episodes this week. I'm hoping to get these videos out much sooner than I did the last one. So, fingers crossed, and yeah, let's see what happens. I also have my Starbucks. I have this little grilled chicken and hummus snacks, and I've got my venti iced London fog tea latte. This is not sponsored by Starbucks. I bought this with my own money, so yeah. Okay, anyways, now we'll start the show.
Bachelor in Paradise.
I think I like Tajwan, Kelsey, and Wells the best.
Somebody with the gift shop.
Love it.
So you were on.
Oh, I thought they were about to kiss. I was like, damn.
Brandon,
For me?
do you want to go on this date with me?
I would love to.
Yeah?
No, poor Natasha.
Have fun.
Have fun.
Pretty shellfish of me.
Oh my gosh.
Connor.
You really do have a pun for everything. Okay, what about the waves?
We can see about that later.
Oh my gosh. So good. Okay, what about the rock?
Oh no.
Don't take these jokes for granted. You gonna get stoned?
This energy to anyone?
Oh,
I told
Natasha,
myself to
go to your buddy Joe. Don't be alone. This is what I would do though. Be like, I don't want to just be alone, you know? But
I get it. I mean, I totally get it. I'm trying to be polite.
You don't roll that way.
Piper.
What's up with this? This looks like someone dug a grave.
That's Brandon.
Is Brendan out?
We'll need to talk to him and see
talk
what's
to him,
going
girl.
on, because it's
Talk
just
to
a bad
him.
look.
This has never happened to me before. Except for Colton. And that was brutal. But he was gay. We're just gonna f everything up tonight. F it. I'm done.
do it, girl.
It's a category 4 hurricane dummy.
Oh snap.
Private room suite thing. I'm not asking you to go there and shit with that. Just,
Okay, Ivan.
What's the guy's name? Not Jordan. I feel like his name should be
Toria.
something else, not James. But his name is James.
Carl's coming with the date card.
Day card, day card, day card.
Carl.
Maybe Jasenia.
Jasenia.
Yep.
Ooh.
It's time to make a splash.
Ivan.
I would love to go.
What? She didn't even ask you yet. We gotta wait for her to ask first.
Oh, make
The guy that I'm into, not Jordan. As much as I want to call him Jordan.
like I want to continue this.
Oh. I love that he already gave her reassurance
Gosh.
that she's getting his rose.
Solid.
I like that. Solid.
Brendan and Demi been gone for a minute. Oh, minute, bro.
They're still gone?
Bro,
Jeez.
I think
There's a possibility that I'm going home tomorrow.
I don't want her to go home,
Is currently on a date.
but I feel like she might.
Also,
Demi's back.
where the hell is Brendan?
Yeah, where is Brendan?
There she is, without him. What does that mean?
She can't send Brendan home, right? This isn't the Bachelorette.
What was your piss me off? You know,
She's
how
so
we said
like drunk or
this was coming?
something.
Oh, you're only a minor idiot because
Oh.
while you're gone, what's been going around is that
You're only a minor idiot.
outside of here. We'll let you guys talk.
I guess we don't have to. A
And then I feel
relationship
like
with
you're
Piper.
waiting for her.
I heard that Brendan might have a booth thing outside of here, and maybe he's hoping that she comes here.
Tell him, Demi.
So tell me all about your date.
I'm still nervous.
I genuinely enjoy being around him and his energy, and it's, you know, and also he's very attractive. Like, that's as
What is that noise?
That noise. It's Demi.
That noise is sounding like a hyena. I feel like
Hyena.
I'm in jeopardy.
Carl and Deandra? Okay.
James, not Jordan. He's the only person that I feel I could get a rose.
Is this where you
Can't
did
get over that. Call him Jordan.
Is it Sequoia?
cicadas?
Cicada.
Whenever I hear Cicada, I always think of the villain from The Flash.
Trip, he has a current boyfriend and no one else knows. So her pursuing James here is just so she can get a rose, and it's actually all a playbook.
Carl's fast like that.
I was gonna go home. I hear that's gonna be Kelsey,
First rose ceremony in paradise.
Goddess Victoria,
For us guys,
Serena
we've never
C.
been in a position-
Endured heat, crabs, birds.
I hope Tajuan stays. She's hilarious.
Kenny, is that you? I didn't recognize you with your clothes on.
Thanks, I can get crazy tonight then.
Oh,
Same threat.
cheers.
We got a new guest host, so be nice to him. Not
Of course, I don't think Kenny's told her that he's 55 yet, but they're doing well.
55.
Wished for this.
I just want to let you know that I'm a little bit sassy. I want to make it clear, it's such a beautiful place. I want to sit on your lap.
Oh, no.
Okay. That was not a good rap. Well, I mean the lyrics weren't horrible, but she needs to keep a beat. Serena C. Oh, now they're kissing. Okay. Wait, now she's taking him to the same place that they were making out at. That's a little weird. That's a little weird, Tammy. And Aaron, actually.
It's nice to know that I have the nicest trophy on the block that everybody wants. Okay, let's go back.
Okay.
Not everybody, just you and Serena C.
There's the Tajnado coming tonight.
Tajnado.
Victoria L. Better watch out. You're a little selfish.
I'm feeling that from you, so what can I do to help you resolve these emotions?
I'm like very upset, so I think, do you?
I'm really confused about this
And
conversation.
that's just like,
I mean,
you're
I
not being genuine.
get it, but I don't.
You're the only one who has the chutzpah to give it to a stranger.
Ooh, that's a good word. The
She's not
chutzpah.
worth risking what I have with Trey. I don't need to say any more about it because she's not going to be here tomorrow. You're on my bad side. You're on my bad side.
Remind me not to get on your
So
bed.
you want to call me nuts?
Oh, yeah.
Try that again tomorrow. Wait, you won't be here. So.
Ooh.
That's Rose chasing to me, and that doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah. She did get the name wrong. She did his name wrong, so.
Wow. Tammy starts coming out with, you didn't know my first name for a while. You know, like,
I'm sorry. Just forgot the guy that I was vibing with's name, and now I'm remembering all the other names. Hold on.
You're not really. If you don't remember his name by now, girl.
James said that Kelsey and Tammy came to him. It hurt. They did not feel like they could come to me and talk to me. That's the biggest thing.
I mean, I get where she's coming from. Like, maybe they should talk to her first, but then
I thank God for therapy.
she still can't remember his name.
Okay, so are we
She's
friends?
not really vibing with him. I don't know what to believe, to be honest.
Like, I could not come into this without an open heart.
I'm so lost. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm not really lost, but I don't know what to believe. But I guess I more believe Kelsey and Tammy than Victoria P. However, if they said that they're friends with Victoria P, then I feel like they should have talked to her first. But if they say that they're not really friends, but then if they're not really friends with her, then I get why they didn't. They said that they were. So I feel like if they were friends with her, they would talk to her about it and be like, are you going to talk to James about this? And then, but I don't know. Maybe they didn't want to talk to her first about it because they were worried that she was going to manipulate it. I don't know. I don't know. Hey, honestly, these people are not my favorites. I'm not saying I don't like them, but I kind of want to see more of Abigail and Noah. Yeah, okay. But, you know, of course we gotta see the drama. There's not really much drama with Abigail and Noah, so.
Walk away from this. I hope that you walk away from this with the love of your life. And there are a lot of amazing girls here.
I appreciate that.
And even
Okay, erase what I said before about her. If what they were saying wasn't the truth, then she would have stayed to defend herself. But,
this doesn't look anything like I thought it would.
so, yeah,
Does it
no.
ever?
Get out of here, Victoria P.
But I don't have to search for what I already have at home.
really like sucks to like.
Ah.
Are we gonna have sex?
Ah,
The boom boom room, right? Already.
Demi.
Okay, cheers to the Kelsey Rose.
Cheers.
Kelsey
I will
Rose.
literally light this place on fire if Kelsey's days over me.
She would.
Rose ceremony of paradise.
Rose ceremony time.
Handing out I know that my rose is going to be coming from Joe, but I know
You don't know that for
there's
sure.
women tonight
I'm just kidding.
that are-
So if I go home tonight, I will be devastated.
Joe?
Good luck. You're gonna need it. Tajwan getting a rose. Let's go.
Moving so fast here. It's not.
Well, last one's James.
Is the final rose of the evening?
So
James?
I think, yeah. I think the three I said we're gonna go home. Are gonna go home.
You cannot.
Bye, Goddess. Bye, Serena. Damn, she hurt herself closing that door? Ouch. Bye, Kelsey.
The whole point of
Champagne
the show is
girl.
to meet somebody.
Lance!
Someone's making out with this guy. I'll be okay if it's me.
Oh.
I'm just looking forward to seeing a lot of those people on Cameo. I want to make him say happy birthday to me for $9.
I'm doing something a little different this time, but you didn't notice. I wasn't really taking notes. Well, I did have my pencil, but I wasn't actually writing anything down because what I'm going to do, because I'm trying to post these videos sooner than I have been, is that I'm going to watch the episode twice. I'm going to watch it once, reacting to it, watch it again, taking notes. Then after I take the notes, I'm going to record my recap review type of a thing. So yeah. So I might be wearing a different shirt in a few seconds. See you in a little bit. But for you, it'll be like a blink of an eye. All right, let's get this recap, review, thingamajig started. Of course, the episode starts and we get the Almost Paradise opening, and I love it. The second episode is probably always my favorite episode because we finally just get the Almost Paradise opening, because we don't get it in the first episode. We see Tammy and Aaron, and they said that they're on the same page and they have a little peck, and Tammy mentions all the current couples on the beach. Well, except for one. So of course there's Tammy and Aaron, Connor and Marissa, Joe and Serena P. I was about to say Joe and Kendall. Oops. Abigail and Noah, Kenny and Mari, Tajwan and Trey, and Brendan and Natasha. And Brendan and Natasha, we see them and they're being kind of cute and flirty over at the bar, and Natasha says she really likes him. And then we go back to where we left off last time, where in comes Hurricane Demi, and she's got a date card in her hand. And David Spade asks her if she's going to be dating men or women, and she's like, well, you know, I'm into both, but, you know, I'm here to date some men this summer, and she's ready to fuck some shit up. She walks in, and after speaking with a few of the guys, she decides to take Brendan on the date after they have a cute little flirty conversation. And of course, this makes Natasha sad, and she doesn't want to be with everybody else. She doesn't want to bring the energy down, so she kind of goes off by herself a little bit. And I just wish that her friend Joe would go talk to her. But, you know, maybe she's like, don't talk to me. I don't know. But, yeah. I just want to see, I don't want them to be romantically involved, but I just want to see more of the relationship between Joe and Natasha this season, because I know that they're friends because they have that podcast together with Tasha. I forget what it's called. I'll put a little thing up there. This is the name of the podcast. Then we see Connor B, and he's got all these punny jokes he's telling to Tajwan. Then we see Demi and Brendan on their date, and they're on jet skis in the water, looking like they're having a great time. And then there's this couch set up on the beach, and they're talking and they're flirting, and they make out for a while. And Demi's like, yeah, I'm really into you, and she's really excited about him, and he's like, yeah, well, you know, I still want to explore things with other girls. And that does not. Hurricane Demi, category 4. She's coming in. She doesn't like that. Then we go to Ivan and Jasenia, who Tammy didn't mention before, which is weird. They're on the couch or daybed or something, and they're talking, and they are just saying that they're really having a good time with each other and they don't want to rush anything. Then we go over to Serena C, Victoria L, aka the Goddess, Kelsey, and Victoria P, aka VP, and they're just all saying that they need to put themselves out there more and talk to the guys. So VP sets her sights on James and they start chatting, and James seems really into her, but she doesn't really seem that into him. She keeps forgetting his name, keeps calling him Jordan. So yeah, I don't know about that. Well, actually I do know about that, and that's we'll talk more about this later. Then Carl comes in with a date card, and it's for Jasenia, and of course she takes Ivan on the date, and they walk in to this resort place, the patio of wherever they are, and there's this table and chairs set up in the middle of a pool, but I think it's in the shallow end, so it's not too shabby there. I don't know what I'm saying. But yeah, they talk. They say that they are comfortable with each other and that it's really hard to open up. And Jasenia opens up about how it was difficult to come out of The Bachelor from that season when it should have been a good time for all of them because of all the backlash that they got for being people of color. And she really admires Ivan for having those chats with Tayshia on her season. And Ivan says, yeah, when I got out of my show, I didn't get any backlash, and I really felt for all of you girls. Jasenia says it kind of was a hindrance on her wanting to come to Paradise, but she's really happy that she came to Paradise and she met Ivan, and she's so happy that he's willing to have those hard-hitting conversations. And at the end of the date, they go into the pool and there's someone around and making out and just really enjoying themselves. Before, I forgot to mention this, while Demi and Brendan are on their date, everybody starts chatting about Brendan, and he had a connection with Piper, and they were seeing each other, and people have all their different sides of what was going on, and Natasha heard about it, and she was like, wait, what? So, hold on. So I'm talking to this guy, and this other girl comes in, takes him on a date, makes me sad, and then I find out he was seeing somebody before he went on the show. Like, what is going on? I need to talk to him about this. So then, a little bit later, Demi comes back from the date. She's by herself, which is really weird because they usually come back together, but I don't know what happened there. And she's just really annoyed, just really, really frustrated. And she's just like, what is going on here? Like, he half rejected me, not even a complete rejection. And also something that made me laugh was that earlier during her date interview time, she was like, the only time I was ever rejected like this before was during Colton, and that was brutal, but he turned out to be gay anyway. So after Demi comes back, then the girls tell her about the Piper situation, and she's goes from annoyed to just angry. Then Brendan comes in and he just sits down next to Demi, and then the girls that were talking to Demi just kind of scatter. They're like, oh, whoops, bye. Demi confronts him about it, and he's like, there is no relationship with her, but Demi's like, I think you're waiting for her to come here. So they just kind of go their separate ways after that. So then Natasha, like, I need to have a talk with Brendan. What's going on here? So she goes to have a talk with him, and he's like, yeah, my date with Demi was fine. We did this, but I told her I wanted to pursue things with other people here. Like, we could still talk, sure, but... And then she asks him about what was going on with Piper, and he's like, yeah, we hung out, but it was really chill. It was really casual. I've had deeper conversations with you than I have had with Piper, and I'm most interested in you at the moment. So that reassures Natasha. So then Natasha and Brendan go, and they are walking along the beach, and Demi sees them, and she's hysterical, and she's squealing, and weird sound comes out of her mouth, and Natasha's like, that sounds like a hyena. Is that a hyena? I don't even know if that's relevant put in here, but I just thought it was funny. So there you have it. Then we go over and we see Carl and Deandra kissing. I don't know where that came from, but yeah, we see a glimpse of that. Then Marissa goes over to Connor B and she's like, are you really into me? I'm not sure, like I need to know. And he's like, yeah, it's just hard for me to open up. I'm scared, but yeah, I am really into you and you are going to get my rose. Well, I don't know if he says into rose, but that's, the gist of it. Then even though, Victoria P doesn't feel much with James, she just wants to still see where things are with him, not Jordan. What's his name? Is it Tim? Is it Derek? No, it's James. James, right. So she goes up and she asks him, oh, when you wake up in the morning, do you go to the bathroom? Do you go inside? Do you go to the toilet? Or do you go pee outside? And he's like, wait, what? I go inside in the toilet? He's like, is that a thing? She's like, well, yeah, it's like a Louisiana thing. He wants to know more about Louisiana, but she's like, no. Well, I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that. And I was like, that's kind of weird, but I'm okay. Then Tammy starts talking and she's like, I know that Victoria P has a boyfriend back home and she's only here to get a rose and then to have the cameras follow her and to get her country singer boyfriend on TV too. So she decides that she's going to tell James, but not right now. She's going to wait until the cocktail party before the rose ceremony. So it's the next day, rose ceremony day, and Demi is still a little bit upset about Brendan because she feels like he wasted her time when he wasn't really into her and she could have been talking to somebody that she could have made a real connection with. Now everybody's gathering and going into a room before the cocktail party, before the rose ceremony, and David Spade comes in and he says his goodbyes and he says there will be 4 women going home and he will happily give them a ride home and maybe they'll be on the flight with him. I don't know. We'll see. Well, actually, I won't know, but they'll know. Anyways. Just kidding. Oh, and he also says there will be another host coming in tomorrow. Then they're all down by the bar and Carl's like talking to the girls. He's like, oh yeah, I'm a hot commodity for now because he got a rose. Then we see Serena C and she's like, I really like Aaron, so I'm just gonna shoot my shot with him. So she goes to Aaron and she does this really bad rap, probably the worst rap I've ever heard in my life. And then they start to make out and Tammy sees this and she's like, oh no. So Tammy, after they're done, then Tammy takes Aaron back to the same spot he made out with Serena C at. And then they start making out even more hardcore. And she's just kind of claiming her territory. She's like, nope. Pretty much saying, nope, this guy is mine. Get out of here, Serena C and everybody else. Then we see the goddess, Victoria L, and she's trying to chat to a few different guys because she doesn't know where her rose is coming from and she really wants to stay on the show. Of course she does. Everybody wants to stay on the show. So then she sets her sights on Trey. So she goes and talks to Trey for a bit. But then Tajuan is like, oh, wait, goes look for Trey. She's like, where's Trey? And someone's like, he's right behind you. And she's like, oh, no, this is not happening. The goddess, Miss Victoria L, is not taking Trey from me. So she says, I need to have a word with Victoria. And he's like, wait, so you want me to go? She's like, yes, I need to talk to her. Trey gets out of there. Tajuan sets down the line. And it's Tajnado time. Tajuan says that Victoria L is being selfish, is going back to her old ways, and is not being genuine. And of course, Victoria L gets really upset, says that Tajuan is nuts, gets up and goes and cries about it. And Tajuan is just like, I'm glad I had the chutzpah to put her into her place. And Tajuan is hilarious. I hope she's on the show for a while. She's just gold. Okay, then we're back to the story about VP and her having this boyfriend back home in James. So I'm still a little confused about it, but I'm going to try to explain it the best way that I can. Tammy, she goes and she tells James that, hey, I found out that VP still has this boyfriend back home and she is only here for an agenda. And James is like, wait, what? And she's like, yeah, they were just together on Thursday. And it's just blows his mind. He's just like, my night has been flipped. I thought we were really cool. We were vibing. My rose was definitely going to go to her, and now I don't know what to do. Then he takes Kelsey to the side and finds out from her, and she's just, confirms that. She's like, yeah, she has this boyfriend back home. So then he goes to talk to VP about it, and VP's like, well, no, we broke up. Like, we got together in February and then we broke up in May, and he told me just to go for it here and to not hold back. And he's like, wait, we were talking about past relationships before, and you didn't bring this up. You brought up your 14-year relationship, but you didn't bring up this one. It seems like you would bring up this one before. And she's like, well, hey, we're just getting to know each other. And she's just getting really defensive, and he's just like, whoa, we're just being calm here. So then VP goes up to Kelsey and Tammy and was like, hey, like, I thought we were friends. What's going on? And Tammy's like, well, yeah, we're friends, and I even call my real friends out on their shit. And she says she's looking out for James, and then VP's like, oh, I'm really trying to stay centered, and she's getting really emotional. And Kelsey wants to try to say something, and VP's like, no, I can't talk to you. I can't do this. Kelsey's like, I want to say my piece, but no, she just walks away. Then she goes to find James again, and she's just like, you know what, I was here for something genuine, but I need to leave. I need to get out of here. So she gets out of here, and she's like, no, I had a great thing back home. I'm going back to that. And I'm just like, oh, what a waste. After all that debacle, we see James talking to Demi, and they're like, yeah, we can start talking, see what's going on. Then we see Kelsey talking to James, and of course she really wants his rose. She's like, let's call it the Kelsey rose. Then it's rose ceremony time, and Wells, just gives a lowdown. We've got 10 guys, 3 women left because VP got out of there. So 3 women will be leaving after the rose ceremony. So here's who got a rose from who. Ivan gave his rose to Jasenia. Noah gave his rose to Abigail. Joe gave his rose to Serena P. Connor gave his rose to Marissa. Trey gave his rose to Tajwan. Carl gave his rose to Deandra. Brendan gave his rose to Natasha. Aaron gave his rose to Tammy. Kenny gave his rose to Mari. Then James gets called down, and before he can give his rose out, Kelsey gets really lightheaded, and she needs to sit down, and she gets some water, and she's, and Demi's like, oh my gosh, I don't believe this. You can't bullshit a bullshitter, okay? You can't do that. So eventually, she's feeling better. She gets up, and the rose ceremony can continue, and James gives his rose to Demi. So we say goodbye to Serena C, Victoria L, the goddess. I hope her backside is okay after hitting herself with the door, and Kelsey. So I hope those ladies are doing well. Tomorrow night we will see the arrivals of Riley, Thomas, and the wonderful Lance Bass. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful week, a wonderful month, a wonderful year, and a wonderful life. Bye, bye, bye.